What's going on, my Second Amendment family? Welcome to another episode of DNA Shots Fired, where if you ain't shooting your shot, you ain't got a shot. So today I'll be sharing some very exciting, important news, and it's concerning the California gun roster. So stay tuned. We'll talk about it. Okay, so we're back, family. But real quick, before we dive into this video, if you are a staunch proponent of the Second Amendment and you believe in our constitutional right to keep and bear arms, go ahead and smash down on that like and subscribe button. Show these crooked politicians and these lawmakers that we will not stand for anyone infringing upon our constitutional right to keep and bear arms. So without further ado, I have some wonderful news to share with you all. Again, it's concerning the California gun roster. 2025 is shaping up to be an epic year for us gun owners here in California because in the month of January alone, we had over 20 guns added to the roster. I'll say that again. We had over 20 guns added to the California gun roster. I can't believe it. I don't think there was ever a time that I've been here where I've seen that many guns added to the roster at one time. So it's a round of applause for these gun manufacturers out here that are giving us this variety. Now, I will say that a lot of these guns that were added to the list are just variations of the same guns. The way it works here in California is if, let's say you have a gun that comes in the color black, if they change the slide color, the frame color, the barrel color, if they change the cosmetic of the gun in any way, they have to add a new code and put it on the roster as though it's an entirely different gun. I know it's crazy, it's ridiculous, but this is what our politicians and our lawmakers came up with for us gun owners here in California. It really sucks, but hey, what do you do? So just keep that in mind. I will be throwing up some imagery for you all to see what some of these guns look like. Some of the imagery that I have up is not of the California version of these guns. So I want you to take some of these images with a grain of salt because it's just not available at this particular moment, but it's going to be pretty close to what I show you here in these photos. So first on the list, I'm not going to go over all the guns because like I said, they're variations of the same gun. So I'll go over some of these guns with you all just to share the great news. So first on the list, we have the Mete MC9 by Janik or Canik. And the colors that comes in is black, FDE, and then they have the black slide with the FDE frame. That comes in an overall barrel length of 3.2 inches and an overall length for the entire gun at 6.1 inches. Next on the list, we have the Mete MC9LS by Janik. Comes in black with a 3.6 inch barrel length and an overall length of 6.75 inches. Next on the list, we have the Mete MC9L, comes in black with the overall barrel length of 3.2 inches and an overall length of 6.27 inches. Next, we have Shadow Systems XR920 3052 with a barrel length of 4 inches. Next, we have the VP9 Match. This is a really cool, futuristic looking gun. The image I have here shows it's optic ready. I don't believe the California version of this gun is optic ready because it doesn't mention that on the roster. So, but that's the VP9 Match by Heckler & Koch. Comes in a overall barrel length of 5.51 inches. Next on the list, we have the XR920 3040 by Shadow Systems with an overall barrel length of 4 inches. Next up, we have the DR20P by Shadow Systems with an overall barrel length of 4.5 inches. Really cool looking gun there as well. Next up, we have the MR920 by Shadow Systems 1040. That comes in an overall barrel length of 4 inches. And then the MR920 1052 by Shadow Systems with a 4-inch barrel. Another cool looking gun. I hope it looks like this when it makes it to California. This is the MCP35 Liberator by Gersan. Comes in an overall barrel length of 4.87 inches. Look at that gun. Hopefully this is what it looks like when it gets here to California and we see it in stores. Can't wait to lay my eyes on that gun in person. We also, next on the list, we have the Rost Martin RMC1 gray, and that's the optic sight pistol with an overall barrel length of 4 inches. So that's pretty much sums up the list of everything that I wanted to go over with you all today. I will mention that we had a few M&P 9 Shield Pluses come out, one with the pink slide, one with the silver slide, and one with the purple slide. And so, like I said, family, what an amazing time to be living in California. Uh, Thank you to all the gun manufacturers that are jumping through these hoops and just going through everything that California lawmakers and politicians require for us to be able to get our hands on these weapons here in California. So, um, beautiful, beautiful start to the year. Can't wait to get out there on the range and put some shots on target with some of these new additions to the roster. So thank you for joining me, family, on another episode of DNA Shots Fired. Always remember, shoot your shot. And until next time, family, stay safe and peace out.